One of the things that I've remembered for such a long time, and I do know the person who told me this, the best man to my wedding's father once said to him, "You can't fly like an eagle if you hang around with turkeys." Now, people can take that the wrong way. That's fine, and that can come across as being really cocky, but I don't know why that sticks into my brain so much, but it's telling me one thing. If you want to become better at something, you need to surround yourself by people that are better than you to allow you to grow. So if you hang around or continually do the same thing every day in business, you'll never aspire to be any better.
When I was developing my businesses, I didn't particularly have that person with the business experience as a mentor, but I do remember as a young apprentice hearing and he might have been a plumber or something like that. He had a business, an older guy with a business. I remember him saying, someone asked him how his business was going, and he said, "Oh, look, I'm just too busy working to make any money." And it was a bit, it was a dry sort of a character. And it was probably the first time I ever heard that expression, work on your business, not in your business. And that's exactly what he was saying. And this was a long time ago. And I thought about that at the time as a young kid, and I thought, yeah, I know what he means. I know what he means. He's too busy out there bloody digging that hole when he could actually have three blokes digging the hole and he could be, getting some more jobs. And I thought, yeah, that's something I'll take with me. And I did, and I've taken that with me.
We were told a while ago that if you're ever struggling with a decision in business and if you're feeling like something doesn't feel right, imagine the local paper putting it on the front page. If you're not happy with that happening, then it's probably not the right thing to do. So there's been a few things that I think things are usually pretty black and white, but if you're ever wondering whether something is ethical or not, I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind.
Somebody once told me that I had a problem with time management and that I couldn't say no. And that's true. I do have a lot of trouble saying no because I take on so much that it just becomes overwhelming and there's just too much going on. So a coach once told me that I should ask myself 3 questions before I answer somebody that asks me for something or some of my time, and that is, does it work for me? Does it work for my family? And does it work for my business? If the answer to any of those is no, then you just got to say no.
One of the most important pieces of advice I was given by a mentor was reputation is everything. So every time you say something, you write something down, you email it, you do something, you associate yourself with something, make sure that you are maintaining your positive, ideally, reputation, and that you are really careful. And the advice was, imagine that everything that you do will go on the front page of the local newspaper and everyone will see it. And whilst I find that quite frustrating at times, if I think, oh, I'd just love to write this on Facebook, or, I'd love to say that to someone, I think to myself, if that went on the front page of the paper, what would happen?
There was an old fella, his name was Peter Bocker, who ran a framing company in Sydney. And I used to go there once a month and you'd go and see him in his office and go on site and you'd have a look at some products we were supplying and whatever. And he had this philosophy on customer service. It went something like, you look after your customer that well, then he can't leave you. So even if you make a couple of mistakes here and there, and then he starts putting the feelers out for, other suppliers because you've let him down once or twice, then he finally realises, hey, you were pretty good. You know what I mean? So it was just that simple philosophy of look after them that damn well, just don't give them any excuse in the world to leave, and if they do, they come back.